hell did you just say? Why don't you go back to the country you came from? 'Cause I'm not letting liberals take my baby Jesus away. Remember we elected Donald Trump. Here we get mad if you say happy holidays. You must say Merry Christmas, 'cause Christ is in the name. Mele Kaliki Maka will confuse your friends, 'cause Mele Kaliki Maka's not the reason for the season.
Oh, there you go.
Everybody, say it with me. Merry Christmas.
Now everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. I'll do a quick break, and YouTube is now up and running. If you go to search Keeler Livestream at YouTube, I got a bunch to get to today, including Hobika is in this morning, and we will give his money away right before his very eyes.
I love it.
We were at 200 yesterday. We'll see where we're going to be today. We'll get to that. Megan Frazier on the Utica Children's Museum. Why is it being delayed? What's going on? And we'll speak with her on that. I mentioned Hobika, John Decker from Gray TV, and a whole bunch more. And who knows? I might even play audio from that wedding 27 years ago.
I think you should.
We'll see. Coming up at WIBX.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed? At Mattress Express, buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast, so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings, reflecting on the blessings of the past year. For many at the Rome Rescue Mission, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them. And to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $20, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $20. Please consider what you can do to pass along the joy of this season. Donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED in my 12 years of practice. But now you can get world-class care for ED 100% online by going to hims.com. So what are you waiting for?
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music. My brother Mark and I want to thank you for trusting us for all your musical instrument and electronics needs through the years. Things like camera surveillance, remote car starters, and hi-fi equipment. We were born and raised right here, and we love the Mohawk Valley. We've owned and operated Big Apple Music for 45 years this December. We're proud to live and work right here. I hope this Christmas and holiday season is the best for everyone. I believe it will be better if we can all focus on the real meaning of Christmas and help each other and be kind to each other. Simple things like holding a door open or shoveling out someone's entrance or bringing someone a cup of coffee can make their day. Let's make it great today and every day. And Merry Christmas from all of us at Big Apple Music.
Big Apple Music, put us under your Christmas tree.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Okay. Andrew, somebody got you a gift yesterday that I think is worth talking about.
So maybe somebody has heard about this company.
I have not.
They're out of the capital region. Krause's Homemade Candy in Albany, New York. And it's like life is like a box of chocolates. You know, and you really don't know what you're going to get.
They're a chocolate company?
Chocolate company, and they look like a box of chocolates.
You know, the thing is you will, when somebody goes to another place and you try candies made, like I love Nora's Candy Shop. I think they do a great job.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Maxwell's in Hamilton, I believe, is where they're at. Their candies are really, really good. And I'm trying to think, is there anybody else still open? Oh, Boscov's. You go to Boscov's.
They've got old candy section.
And, there are people hanging at that candy section. They're just waiting to buy more fudge. But and then even when you go overseas and you taste the chocolate over there, it tastes different.
Yeah.
But it's about using quality chocolate.
And
it's
not
out
only
there.
that, but quality.
And then the fillings.
The size, the fillings. They've got this orange cream one that I'm really crazy about. They got all the nut ones.
Do you know?
And how about this? Even the presentation, a beautiful gold box, red ribbon. This attorney one of the attorneys I work with in real estate got this for me, and they're from Albany originally, or they worked there for a while.
And do you know, though, that it is... you actually, for every chocolate that you eat, you lose another quarter pound.
I've lost
weight. You probably lost a lot of weight.
8 to 10 pounds.
It's that time of year where just give up. Just give up. You might as well just give up. Yeah. I had fudge last night. I just gave up. I'm like, you know what?
I keep telling myself, I'll gain the weight, and then first of the year, I'm gonna get back on track here. So
yeah, well, me too.
So I might as well devastate myself beforehand.
Okay, Megan is filling in all week for Davey.
Good morning, Megan.
We very much appreciate that. I'm gonna let you turn your mic on so I don't trigger a commercial.
Yeah.
Megan, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we were talking about something, and before we haven't had a chance to talk this morning. I don't know that I got it. Did you send me an email?
When did I send you an email?
Last night about what we were talking about, the thing.
Oh, yeah, with a bunch of other emails.
Okay, so you did. And was it a yes? Can you move that mic down a little bit? I can't even see her in there. That mic is like right in her face.
How does this? A side profile.
She looks like shoulders with a microphone in her face.
There you go.
Okay, do you, are you no, it's not your mic. It's this one right here.
Oh, I thought it was this one.
So are you a go or are you a no? Will you love it or will you list it? I like that show.
I am a go, but our big boss might not be.
Really?
The other redhead.
Okay.
The one with the curly hair.
Well, I know that she's not for it, but the question is, are you? And are we a
the
go?
question is, how much trouble do you think we're going to get in?
Absolutely zero.
Okay.
You think so?
Unless the
you
big
know
boss
what we're
is-
even talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, all right.
Unless
And the
big
audience
boss
isn't.
is-
They're going like, what are they talking about?
Unless
It's
the boss is very vehemently opposed to it. But I mean, when has that ever stopped us?
Well, we've never had that scenario with this boss, have we?
That's true.
Here's the thing. We need to have Davey do a diversion, and then we can maybe hatch our plan. And by the time the plan is done, no harm, no foul, right?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I've had one of those nights where you couldn't get warm, and then as soon as you got warm, you got too cold or whatever. So
don't even get me started.
I'm shaking off the melatonin.
night
I had to
was-
resort to that last
Oh,
night.
boy.
Woof.
I'm on a one a night deal.
So, I guess we'll just talk about it.
Sure.
Okay. And not necessarily do it, but we'll just talk about it.
We'll chat about it.
Today, by the way, I got to double check on I think we now on the Utica Mac truck have a $400 anonymous
Get
bidder.
A $400.
We're at $400.
So that anonymous bidder moved their bid up from $350 to $400. Or is
I'm
the
losing
second
track.
anonymous bidder?
I'm losing track.
My latest count is
all right.
$325 Utica Mac anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
$300 for the New Holland T8
Okay,
from
that
Glenn
anonymous.
Stevener.
This is very hard. We're getting more than one anonymous. Okay, who has the bid on the tractor?
The tractor, the New Holland T8 replica, is right now bid
Stevener's,
at
right next door.
$300 by Glenn Stevener. Yes.
Glenn is a great man, and they are a great company over next door, and
They did a lot for hurricane relief.
they are awesome.
Yes.
And okay, so that's at $325.
And then the Utica Mac truck is at $325. No.
Wrong. I'm just
okay.
going to say the name. It's this anonymous person. We'll call them Steve.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Not Stevener, but Steve.
Not Steve
All right?
Sporbeck?
It is.
Okay.
Why would you say that?
Well,
he didn't want his name out there.
He bid non-anonymously initially.
He's at $400
All right.
on the Utica Mac truck. Okay.
Wow.
All right. The reason I'm talking about this while I'm talking about that, there is a reason. So, and I did have a conversation with the big boss about this last night, who is saying uncomfortable with it.
What if it was all of us?
What if it was 25 years ago? We'd do it in a second.
No, not a question.
We'd do it in a second.
What
How about this? While we figure it out, Jake just called and he needs to make his NFL picks. He's
All right.
He's running a little late.
Okay, we'll get to Jake. But
What if we
Megan,
just
just
did all of
quickly, just tell him what you want to do. We would have to do all of us.
Yeah.
Just tell him what you want to do.
Go to Cancun.
Okay. You don't want them to take you to Cancun.
I might have.
So the idea was that she would, for Real Men Get Tested, there would be a date with Megan. But down the hallway, they're not comfortable with
They
that.
vetoed it.
Yeah. Well,
So how
not
about this?
vetoed
Maybe
it,
we
just
have to
said,
raise a certain
I'm-
amount of money. How about that?
Well, it'd have to be a lot of money.
It would have to be
Let
a
me
lot
go-
of money in
think
order
about
to.
it.
Yeah, let's think about it.
Think about it. Let me go to Jake. There, I've said it. I said that before I
We
even.
will finally learn who Lance and Lee is.
That's funny. Because Lance loves Megan.
the redhead.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know he loves you. Lance and Lee.
Oh, he does he?
Hello, Jake. Good morning. Hello, Jake. Hello,
morning.
friends.
Good morning, guys.
Jake.
What do you think about this date thing?
The what?
The
The
date
auction
thing.
and date.
Are you able to hear on hold? Can you hear us when we're on hold?
No, okay. No, can you speak a little louder? I don't know. Maybe it's my phone. That's... Okay, I can hear that.
You can hear that. All right. Don't even worry about it. You want to make your picks, so we're going to throw the games out to you.
We have to make several picks today because we're going to be off
This
in
is-
between Christmas and New Year.
This is not going to be easy.
All right.
So, are you ready? We're going to start with Monday's game. Mondays we're starting with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not tonight?
Where's
there is
tonight?
a Thursday game tonight.
Yeah, there's one
Yeah.
tonight.
And there are no Sunday games? We're not picking any Sunday games? Something's off on this. All right, Jake. I don't know if I can have you do this. Are you that bad on time?
Yeah, I
Okay.
got to see my cancer doctor, and I got another doctor.
Okay, so we have Saturday, December 21st, Texans versus Chiefs and Steelers versus Ravens.
All right,
Thursday.
Yeah, this is a different sheet because, okay.
Oh, I gave you a new sheet because they just announced who the triple header is on the 28th.
Got it. So, all right, here we
All right,
go.
then just
I've
listen
got,
to
I've
Andrew.
got a
Don't listen
shorter
to me.
list. Okay, Jake, here we go.
I'm now crumpling mine up and throwing it away.
All right, so we already did the Bears-Vikings pick, so that's out. We have 4 games for you to pick. 4 games to pick this week, starting with tonight, Broncos-Chargers.
Oh, my God. There are already people putting bids in on Megan. We haven't even said we're doing it yet.
All right, Broncos-Chargers.
Broncos.
Really? Okay, that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a toss-up. Texans-Chiefs on Sunday.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Kansas City, do you know?
I'm not sure. I'll check on that. But in the meantime, Steelers-Ravens.
Ravens.
Okay, and Bucks-Cowboys on Sunday.
Tampa Bay.
You said you're doing Ravens on Steelers-Ravens, correct?
Ravens, yeah.
Okay, and you're doing Cowboys over Bucks?
No, Bucks.
No, he said Tampa Bay.
That's
Yeah,
why I
Tampa
wrote
Bay.
that in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
All right,
all right,
and
those
those
are-
are Jake's picks, and the game will be in Arrowhead.
So we are just picking this week.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, Jake.
Bill,
Yeah.
there's one thing I want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
That guy Tony that called in. I just caught the last couple minutes of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
phone call.
Tony and Herkimer.
Tony was upset. He was threatening to harm himself, and we were able to get him some help, and I think he's doing better. I know that Megan's been talking with him. They're going on a date. When is that?
When are they taking you?
It's a joke.
They're going to get some weed together.
Office for the Aging. They helped me a lot.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Rides
Yeah.
and, and other things like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But he's doing okay,
I think he's doing okay. We'll pass that along. I think that's a really good idea. Because he's got to get out of the house. He needs, his whole thing was, I need weed.
He's bored. Yeah, he
He's
wants
saying
weed and he's bored.
Yeah. So, all right. We'll see
but
what
good
happens.
luck with the
Thank you,
doctor, Jake, okay?
Good luck today.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Listen,
right.
have a great Christmas.
You do the same.
All right, we'll
I'll
talk to
be
you.
listening to your show next week.
We will. We'll be here tomorrow, Monday, and
We
Tuesday.
will have to make those holiday picks on Monday, likely.
All right, that's
we'll
a good
be
idea.
in touch.
All right, thank you, Jake.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right.
Here's Wayne. Quickly, Wayne, let's get your picks in because I got to go to Tanya Powers, and nobody makes Tanya wait.
Oh, I don't want her waiting.
No. All right, Andrew will throw the games at you. You make your picks. This is our pick'em contest in the NFL. There are 5 of us competing,
6.
and 6 of us competing, and somebody will win some dough.
Is Davey still blowing everybody away?
He is.
Okay, here we go. Here are your picks.
All right, Broncos-Chargers tonight.
I'm going to go with Broncos.
All right. How about Texans-Chiefs?
No Mahomes. I'm still going to go with Wentz and the boys, Chiefs.
Is he officially out?
I don't think he's
this
officially
week?
out, is he?
Well, they're saying that Wentz is going to quarterback, so let's just say he's out.
It would be
All right.
foolish for him to play, considering that doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when they're going to be needing him for the long haul.
Yep.
That's an interesting.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
gotta consider. Okay, Steelers-Ravens.
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
That's interesting. Everybody's giving up on the Steelers. I might have to be able to make up some ground here this week. And then
Well,
Buccaneers,
because, you know why?
Cowboys.
Baltimore needs it. Baltimore needs it more than the Steelers.
Yeah, that's true.
And then who had the? I'll take Tampa.
Okay. All right. Is that it?
Get to her. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Wayne.
We're getting to Tanya. Tanya J. Powers. Thank you, Wayne. Is with Fox News Radio on the line right now. We were learning about Luigi.
That was for Tanya, not Luigi.
We're learning about Luigi Mangione. Is it Mangione or Mangione?
Mangione, I believe.
I believe it's Mangione.
Yeah. Okay, what happened yesterday? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
That's okay. And by the way, put me down for Chiefs by 4.5.
Okay. All right.
You heard it here first.
Putting it down. I agree with that, by the way, because I think the backup is going to come in and actually just overperform. So I will take the Chiefs too. I like that. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, there are some things that are going to go on or expected to go on today with the case. with the indictments surrounding Luigi Mangione, who is, of course, the person who is accused of killing the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. And a couple of those are going to be hearings, 2 separate hearings in Pennsylvania. One of those is, probably going to address the state charges, the gun and forgery charges there. He was been held up without bail on since December 9th when he was arrested. The other one is expected to discuss extradition. Now, his lawyer has said kind of from the get-go that he was not going to waive extradition, which had brought on a whole bunch of questions as to how long that might take, what that might entail. What we understand now, and this is one of those people close to the matter who can't speak on the record, but have told, and this has been reported by multiple outlets from different people, that he apparently is going to waive extradition now. And if that's what happens and the judge signs off on that today in his hearing in Pennsylvania, he could be, brought back here rather quickly. He could be in state court here in New York for arraignment by this afternoon or tomorrow.
Wow.
So they wouldn't waste a lot of time getting him back. So those are 2 of the things that are going on today as far as the hearings go. The other thing to note is that there is also some rumblings that there may be federal charges in addition to the state murder indictment that's been brought against him here in New York. It's not clear immediately what those charges would entail, but that could potentially bring on a whole bunch of more questions because it would allow potentially the prosecution to pursue the death penalty, which has been outlawed here in New York for quite some time.
Yeah.
So that's again, there's a lot of questions that all this brings up. And again, this is one of those, this is what's being reported by several outlets. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
All right. One thing is for sure, this is a great example. Everybody that talks about this kid says he was the smartest kid, the nicest kid. Everything was awesome about him. He had all the wealth. His family was very wealthy. And then at somewhere along the line, he cracked. Or maybe this was always in him. I don't know. But it does show you that the human mind can malfunction.
Most certainly.
And sometimes it's always malfunction. Sometimes it just they just snap. But it is interesting to hear, Tanya, what people who knew him, people who went to school with him, how none of them saw this coming. And I think we see that often when someone does something really bad. It's like, God, I never thought this was the person that would do that.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those cases where it's easy to kind of get a sense in your head of that this kind of person would never do something like that, but you never know the mind of another human.
You never know. Yeah. Okay, Tanya, thank you as always. Have a great day in New York.
I want y'all to have a wonderful holiday and New Year. I'm not going to be doing 2 ways in the morning, so I won't get to wish you a Merry Christmas before the holiday. So I hope you and your listeners all have a really great one.
Well, that's awesome, and we totally enjoy your time on the radio, and hope we continue to do it in 2025.
Yeah, 2025. I hope that means you're not done with 2 ways entirely just for the holidays.
We've driven her away from 2-way.
She's like, I'm no longer doing them in Utica anymore.
Yeah.
I've been lucky to be a part of your morning show for like a decade now. So
it is. It really has been.
I would not give that up. I love it. Yeah.
Glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tanya J. Powers from Fox News Radio. Getting a lot of comments, Megan, on you. Do you want to hear them? Is it? Do you want to all of a sudden focus on who? You. Focus on you. Are you ready? This is what people are saying. Say what the date is. A limo driven by Bill or Andrew to a restaurant, maybe to a show or a game. I would be uncomfortable with some crazy person winning and the 2 of them going off alone.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, is that maybe there's some involvement with Bill and I there, but maybe just as chaperones.
Joe Joseph said, can someone please pay Mello Testa to Uber weed to Tony and Herkimer?
That's a good one. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Joe. Mike says, maybe it's just a rumor, but I heard Joe's coming into the studio with a $500 giveaway today.
Wow,
We'll
maybe.
have to see. Maybe Joe will reveal how much money today. That's interesting.
Okay, so we'll give the lowest possible prize in the history.
It's Luigi Mangione, not Mangione. Chuck Mangione is from Rochester and plays the trumpet. Okay, and I had kind of wondered if there was any chance that the two of them were related.
I don't think so.
And I guess we don't.
The flugelhorn.
We don't know. And others. So at this point, we are a no-go. Is that where we're at?
How about a maybe go? Let's chat during the Fox News break, okay?
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Every time I try to get out, they suck me back in.
Yeah.
She sucked us right back in. We're back in. Got a break. And we'll tell you what happens on the other side of the break. We'll get to that. Coming up here, it's a Thursday morning. Getting cold. It's going to get really cold this weekend. Forecast coming up.
Being prepared for winter weather starts with New Holland. For large snow removal jobs to clearing driveways, New Holland has the equipment to stay one step ahead. Overcome winter's toughest conditions faster, cleaner, and safer with the New Holland lineup of skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, compact wheel loaders, and compact utility tractors. The year-end celebration is going on now. Visit Clinton Tractor today and get equipped for winter.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
Great holiday entertainment this week at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tonight at 7, The Wizards of Winter, a holiday rock event for the whole family. Tomorrow at 7, the annual 35mm film presentation of It's a Wonderful Life. Also, on Saturday at a 2:30 matinee and an evening screening at 7. Sunday at 6 and 8:30, it's the Candlelight Concerts Nutcracker String Quartet. For more information, visit RomeCapital.com.
The holidays are here, and so are the biggest savings of the year at Steep Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer during their Red Tag year-end blowout. Save on a 2024 Silverado RST V8 4x4 dealer demo. Get $10,000 off. Or lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT 4x4 for just $469 a month. Prefer something sporty? Lease a 2025 Trailblazer LS all-wheel drive for only $359 a month. Visit SteepPawneeChevy.com or stop by and see why it's always easy to do business at Steep Pawnee Chevrolet. The Steep Pawnee family wishes you and your family a joyful holiday season. Together, let's drive. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Lease terms of 3 years, 10,000 miles per year. Mileage penalty of 25 cents per mile over 30,000 miles. Lessee must have a current Chevy lease in the household. Silverado demo stock number 24615. Silverado lease stock number 24447. Trailblazer stock number 25217. All taxes, fees, $1,000 down on first payment due at delivery. Must take delivery by December 31st. See you.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
A strike delivered to Amazon. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We need them to sit down and negotiate with us, you know? We're not asking for too much, we're just asking for a negotiation.
They didn't get that, so thousands of workers at Amazon warehouses from California to New York walked off the job an hour ago.
The Teamsters are representing Amazon's unionized warehouse workers, and they're calling for them to walk off the job. Amazon refuses to recognize and negotiate a contract with them, and that's been happening since they decided to vote for a union. And the workers are upset about pay, benefits, working conditions.
Sharon Crowley with Fox 5 TV in New York. Amazon says Christmas won't be ruined for anyone, that these workers represent 1% of their warehouse staff. Amazon also says that most of those on strike now aren't even Amazon employees, calling them third-party delivery drivers. Congress doesn't have much time left to approve new government funding by tomorrow night. President-elect Trump's opposition to a bipartisan agreement scrapped it, prompting House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries to say,
House Republicans have been ordered to shut down the government and hurt everyday Americans.
Now, the GOP is working on a plan B.
The vice president-elect, J.D. Vance, didn't leave Speaker Johnson's office till almost 10 p.m., late enough that Vance's son, who was with him, was in his pajamas.
Fox's Peter Ducey.
Pressure from the president-elect read like this on Truth Social. Sounds like the ridiculous and extraordinarily expensive Continuing Resolution Plus is dying fast. And one of the things that made it so expensive, raises for members of Congress.
A California man's in custody, suspected of plotting to attack a government building amid reports he exchanged messages with a shooter in Monday's Madison, Wisconsin school shooting. A 15-year-old girl who killed herself after murdering 2 and wounding 6 others. Luigi Mangione, due in court today in Pennsylvania, could be sent to New York soon to face a murder charge in the killing of United Healthcare's CEO. America's listening to Fox News.
Trump's victory doesn't mean our financial worries are over. Far from it. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul here. For the past few decades, I believe our nation's economic foundation has crumbled, all due to Washington's addiction to spending and currency manipulation. These problems won't vanish overnight, and that's why I've supported gold IRAs for years. These accounts let you hold tax-advantaged gold with no penalties or taxes when you transfer your IRA or 401k. Birch Gold Group is the leader in gold IRAs. They understand true wealth preservation means breaking free from the system. To learn more, get a free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. That's PROTECT to the number 989898. Secure your savings with gold today. Text PROTECT to 989898 now for your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
The FAA has taken action amid the drone controversy simmering for weeks, especially in New Jersey, where most of the sightings have been reported. The FAA has temporarily banned drone flights in many areas of the state through January 17th. And as many lawmakers demand better answers, the Biden administration insists there's no public safety threat.
DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said this isn't a new phenomenon and that for years, thousands of drones have flown over the United States.
If we learn of any cause for concern, we will take action and we will communicate immediately with the American public.
On Capitol Hill, Democratic Senators Chuck Schumer and Gary Peters proposed a bill that would expand local and state authority to deal with drone threats. But Republican Senator Rand Paul raised Fourth Amendment and privacy concerns.
That's Fox's Nate Foy in Pequannock, New Jersey. There could be an attempted rebound on Wall Street this morning. Stock futures are rising after yesterday's massive sell-off, triggered not by an expected interest rate cut, but what the Federal Reserve said after it.
The central bank is cutting its key interest rate for a third time this year. Fed Chair Jerome Powell.
The Federal Open Market Committee decided to take another step in reducing the degree of policy restraint by lowering our policy interest rate by 0.25 percentage point.
But Fed officials signaled that they expect to reduce rates more slowly next year than previously envisioned, largely because of still hot inflation. Fed officials are penciling in 2 cuts for 2025 if the economy grows steadily and if inflation continues to decline. In September, officials had penciled in around 4 cuts next year. Hillary Barsky, Fox News.
Now, in yesterday's sell-off on Wall Street, the Dow plunged more than 1,100 points, extending its losing streak to 10 straight sessions. That has not happened in 50 years. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time 7:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now, it is 31 degrees under cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. A 59-year-old Utica man is accused of stealing a laptop computer from another person's apartment. Utica police say Chester Jackson of Utica entered the 2nd Street apartment overnight between November 6th and 7th and stole a laptop. Police said Jackson was later identified and taken into custody Tuesday. He's been charged with 1 count each of second-degree burglary and petty larceny. He's scheduled to appear in Utica City Court. A quantity of cocaine was seized during a raid on Elizabeth Street on Tuesday. Utica police say a search warrant was executed on 760 Elizabeth Street Tuesday, and 30.2 grams of cocaine were seized along with fentanyl pills, digital scales, and an amount of cash. Police say the warrant was part of an investigation into the ongoing sale of narcotics from the home. 48-year-old Jessica Mercer and 31-year-old Deontay Harris. Both of Utica were charged with 2 counts of third-degree possession of a controlled substance and other charges. They're both scheduled to appear in Utica City Court. Back in October, the Oneida County Board of Legislators appointed both Sarah Borman and Nicole Shortell to their 2-year terms as elections commissioners, but now that has changed to 4-year terms. The change comes from the Election Commissioners Association of the state of New York, as they are currently working with the New York State Legislature to make 4-year terms universal throughout the state. As of now, there are 34 upstate counties that already follow this. In a vote of 13-10 by the Oneida County Legislature, both Borman and Shortell will now serve 4-year terms as elections commissioners. Utica police are charging a Rome man following a crash Tuesday. Officials say 50-year-old Michael Townsend of Rome crashed his car at the intersection of Grandview and Watkins Avenues. On the way to the hospital after the crash, police say they had to give him Narcan to reverse an overdose. Officers say he had knotted baggies of drugs in his mouth, and some tested positive for fentanyl. Townsend was charged with DWI drugs, tampering with physical evidence, and criminal possession of a controlled substance. And the State Department of Health says the spread of the flu virus is prevalent across New York. That means healthcare workers who are not vaccinated against the illness yet must wear masks in certain healthcare settings. The most recent data shows there have been over 23,000 positive flu cases in the Empire State since the start of the season. It's recommended everyone 6 months and older get their flu shot immediately. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture.
Flurry snow showers left over this morning. A cold day today with a breeze coming in out of the west. Highs will be in the low 30s. Tonight, mainly cloudy, mid-20s. Another round of snow with a clipper coming through tomorrow. Looks like midday into the afternoon, high 32. And snow will continue. It's Friday night and Saturday, maybe 1 to 3 inches. Could be some higher totals west and north. Meteorologist Ray Stejik at the Weather Channel, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're sitting at 31 degrees under cloudy skies here in Marcy. It is 7:08. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. In the NFL, the Giants will be starting a different quarterback in Week 16. Head coach Brian Daboll has decided quarterback Drew Lock will start Sunday's game against the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, the Falcons will be starting Penix Jr. as their starter. He found out while shopping with his girlfriend at Costco, and he was ordering a hot dog, one of those famous Costco hot dogs, and said, now that I know I'm starting, I'm not that hungry. Aaron Rodgers is ready to be a mentor. The Jets starting quarterback said after Wednesday's practice that if Green and White were to draft a rookie signal caller, he would be willing to take him under his wing. Rodgers was quick to say he would also try to play as well as he could to keep that rookie on the bench. The 41-year-old is on record saying if he were to keep playing in 2025, he would prefer it to be with the Jets. The Rangers continue to make deals in hopes of shaking up their season. General Manager Chris Drury announced Wednesday the team has acquired defenseman Will Borgen, a third and sixth round pick in the 2025 draft from the Seattle Kraken in exchange for forward Capo Kakko. The 23-year-old was selected by the Blue Shirts with the second overall pick of the 2019 draft. In 6 seasons, he has 61 goals and 70 assists for 131 points in 330 career games. Nolan Arenado wants no part of the Houston Astros. The St. Louis Cardinals third baseman reportedly used his no-trade clause to nix a deal to Houston earlier in the offseason. The Cardinals were reportedly willing to send up to $20 million to the Astros to help offset the cost of Arenado's contract, which will pay him $74 million over the next 3 seasons. The Yankees still trying to make some moves. There's a lot of rumors going around that they're looking to possibly strike a deal with Baltimore Orioles outfielder Anthony Santander to bolster the lineup. We shall see about that. Still a lot of free agency action in Major League Baseball. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 7:11.
All right, I told you yesterday, and I think we've worked this out, believe it or not, with Chuck at Daylight Donuts.
Oh, right.
Sometimes it's better to announce it first.
Yeah, ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Yeah, and it turns out no forgiveness needed. We're doing it. So Chuck Sedella at Daylight Donuts, now through Christmas, buy a $20 gift card, you get $5 free. So your gift card for $20 will be $25. I mean, you can't beat that. You're saving $5 on every 20.
I love that.
And And you gotta ask for the deal though. You gotta
mention it.
I was listening on the radio, and they said I get $20 for 5, and I get the drink, the beverage of my choice.
I mean, what better
Free.
deal? What better deal is there out there?
I like that sound. Free. Free. So buy $20 at Daylight Donuts in New Hartford, and you get a $25 gift card. And you get it's instead of $20, it's $25, and you get your choice of beverage absolutely free.
I think that's an awesome deal.
Megan has been thinking during the break, and has come up with
You've got a solution
to even Deeds. This is Deeds. Do you want to hear what he has to say?
Yeah.
This is not a good idea. Not in 2024. There's a big nope. That's a big nope. Hard to think. Then he goes on about the death penalty. Hard to think. And this is a good point, by the way. Sorry, he left you.
Good
nice tangent.
Good transition.
Hard to think that the death penalty would be considered for this kid and not Louis Lent. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Louis Lent,
Okay,
the murderer of Sarah Ann Wood. The piece of
And
garbage.
what did you come up with, Megan?
Yeah, we all came up with it together.
So the idea was it was going to be
date with Megan.
Yeah,
Well,
date with me.
you came up with it, and we agreed.
Actually, a listener came up with it.
Okay, so the idea is that she would auction off for Real Men Get Tested to the highest bidder a date with Megan.
Yeah, that was the original plan.
Everybody doesn't like that deal.
But, yeah,
everybody think that's too many people are evil.
I mean, think about the listener who just immediately went into the death penalty, so we know where his train of thought went to. A little extreme for the Mohawk Valley.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but I'm only one person, so I'm only worth so much. So it would be a little embarrassing if I only raised like $1.50 for Real Men Get Tested.
You're worried that you're not going to raise it.
comes out.
Yeah, that's where it comes down to. I'm just one person, but you know what? So let's sweeten the pot. You, Bill,
Me?
you, Andrew, Davey, who's listening, even though he's at home, and we're all going on the auction block. So whoever calls in with the highest bid gets to go to lunch or dinner with all four of us.
Because I was going to be like,
That's Andrew.
So you're saying it would be lunch with all of us?
Lunch or dinner with all of us, whatever. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's going to be the proceeds will benefit Real Men Get Tested.
Oh, okay.
Where are we going? That's what I want to know.
We'll figure all that out.
Yeah, something nice. So the auction block is now open, and so let's start.
Oh, it's open.
Let's start the bid at $100.
So basically, what this is you're going with Megan, but it'll be all of us there to watch.
Yeah. You get to sit next to whoever you want to, and we promise our feelings won't be hurt.
It'll be like in The Godfather when Michael Corleone is courting the young lady, and the whole family's following behind them.
Right, they're all following. Yeah.
Right.
I'll be the little old lady dressed in black. All right. With a little thing on her head.
I love it.
Okay, Megan. So you can, if you want to bid on that, call Megan. This is going to be really embarrassing, though, if nobody bids on this.
It'll be tough.
Yeah.
Or if you only get $50. I mean, you're worth more than that. I mean, we're all worth more than that. And we'll do it. Yeah, go. And we'll do it after the holiday, after everybody gets back. Fair enough. So sometime in January. Oh, Lordy. Meanwhile, you have John on YouTube. QAnon John.
Okay, yeah. Good morning, John.
Saying the end of the world, the end of America was coming, but now it looks like they've extended it. It was going to be on the 20th, but they've now extended it. So it would have been it would have rocked your Christmas. He has been predicting doom and gloom for quite some time now. And we try to ask him to explain exactly what that doom and gloom is. And he does not do well.
Rocking around the conspiracy, have a happy holiday.
The bidding is by 20, or the deal at Daylight Donuts. Somebody's asking for the clarification. You buy a $20 gift card, you get $5 free. Plus, you'll get the drink of your choice. You must specifically ask for the deal that you heard on the radio. Hobica's making his way in. We'll have Hobica's free money question of the day coming up here on WIBX.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast. so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays and I need gift ideas.
That's why we're here. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need. Photo gifts, laptops, and gaming systems. Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Noise-canceling headphones. For you.
You get it.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select computers. Ends 12/28, in-store only.
Give the most unique gift only you can give. Get those old films, tapes, and slides transferred to digital locally. Call Walt at 315-768-0277. Media Partners Group in New York Mills.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas here at the Old Wicker Mill, and we would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our customers for shopping local. This is known as the most wonderful time of year. Holiday shopping should be fun, and fun is what we specialize in. We'll help you navigate our amazing selection and pick out something just right for everyone on your list. Giving your friends and family that perfect gift just makes you feel good, and the Old Wicker Mill is a feel-good store. And don't forget, we offer gift wrapping. Take it away, Mom.
So this holiday season, let the Old Wicker Mill be your one-stop shop. We're conveniently located at the New Hartford Shopping Center.
This year, American farmers will harvest 2.8 billion bushels of wheat and 15.1 billion bushels of corn. And to this day, American road workers have built 4.2 million miles of roads and counting. We're proud that John Deere machines rolling off the line here in the USA play a part in supporting Americans who work the land and build a better tomorrow. Nothing runs like a Deere. Learn more at johndeere.com/manufacturing.
I went in for a regular prostate screening, and my lab results showed my PSA level were elevated.
We repeated the lab test, and the second test came back elevated too. We did a biopsy, and the biopsy showed cancer in certain areas of Philip's prostate.
Dr. Ba performed a prostatectomy at Wayne Hospital using robotic surgery to remove the cancer.
We were able to cure him with smaller incisions, and he had a quick recovery.
Since the surgery, all my PSA level has been normal. I am proof that early detection can prevent something far worse.
I had been lifting something heavy, felt a tinge in my back. I also had some shortness of breath, but thought it was due to what I figured was some kind of muscle pull. I was wrong.
The episodes of pain that Ray was experiencing were actually small heart attacks. The Wayne Emergency Department was able to provide immediate life-saving care to Ray's heart.
If it wasn't for the amazing team at Wynn, I might not be here at all. I feel indebted to everyone who helped make Wynn Hospital a reality so I can get the immediate care I needed right when I needed it.
Thank you for giving my daddy back home.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
In studio right now is Joe Hobaika. Good morning, Joe. Good morning. I got to figure out which mic you're on.
Am I on this one?
You're
Am
on
I
that
on
one
now?
over there, yeah. Notice the light. See
Check
what
1,
happens?
2. Check 1, 2.
Test your mic. See the light right there? And when I shot, you would think red means you've been restricted, but really what it means is
red means go.
You're on. And when I do that, you're off. See?
Right.
Now you're back
Why don't
on.
you make it green?
What's that? Then I can just shut them right off like that. So the power I have.
We only have 2 colors there. Well, actually, there's a white one. If this is green, this
Bill,
will be
where's Where's Davey this morning?
Davey is off this morning on VACATION.
Did you mention to him last week that you knew I was coming in today, and because of the way he's been handling?
I did. He said that I'm taking vacation.
He says, I'm not going to be in the same
building. Now you're under
building.
supervision by your boss.
Well, Megan is the boss.
Yes, she is.
I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you're under
Which
supervision
is why
now.
we're trying to auction her off. And so far, did you get a bid already on this lunch? She's saying?
Yes, we did. From
Okay.
Rob Hilton, $150. So that's
Wow.
where the bid is at now.
$150 for lunch. Or is it at the
No,
For the real men get
it
tested.
goes to real men get tested, and it's instead of everybody's uncomfortable with a date with Megan. Somehow that was brought up that she would go out on a date with somebody, a lunch date, but people in this day and age are nervous about that. So it's turned into I gotta go too.
Well, conservative John in Boonville says winning a date with just Megan would be great. By adding you three schmucks only devalues the price.
That's exactly right. He's correct.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like,
he is absolutely correct. Chris wants to talk about drones. Hello, Chris. Good morning.
Hey, hey, Bill. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. What's obviously this drone thing is a pretty big deal in New Jersey.
Well, apparently it's a big deal everywhere.
Yeah. Well, so what do you want to say about drones?
Well, the one thing that I can say with 100% certainty, and this has been verified by the government, and I have inside sources with top secret clearance that can say that as of right now, there is absolutely no threat to the general population.
All right.
Good. Your everyday humble earthlings don't have anything to worry about.
Well, that's good news. I'm glad to.
Well, that's
I
a
feel
broad
better.
definition, Chris.
I for one, I just want you to know because of this call, Chris, I feel better.
Yeah.
I can go into the holidays knowing we're going to be okay.
me too.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why I'm calling because Bill, I have family up there and I have people, and
Where are
I
you
just
calling
want
from,
everyone
Chris?
to-
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida.
Okay.
An undisclosed location.
Okay. So that's why he has the clearance.
Deep in Cheyenne
No,
Mountain he is.
Yeah.
No, that's in contrast to your elected officials and your government people that are going to lie straight to your face. I'll
Right.
tell you, I'm an open book. You know what I mean?
You're okay.
But-
All right. And I appreciate that.
But and I just want everyone to enjoy the holidays, to relax. As far as the quote unquote drone, now what the human beings on Earth will do, we don't know.
Well,
So
that's
there's still
we shouldn't. So you're saying we shouldn't be worried about the drones. We should be worried about the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right.
And not the people. There's a certain sect of the.
Okay.
I don't even want to call them people. There's an entity on this planet that must be eliminated.
Okay. All right.
And I don't want to go too far.
I would not go too far with that comment. That was that's a little. Yeah.
Well, when I say eliminated, it's like when you say you have to eliminate your legal corporate section, your department there.
Okay.
Like a dissolving of a.
Okay.
That's a
All right.
joke.
Okay.
No, that's a joke. Never mind. Listen, I'm digressing. So anyway, that's really what I wanted to say. Now, the other thing, as far as why people are asking why they may be here, there's
Why are the drones here? Yeah. People are wondering.
Yeah. Well, let's get rid of the drone flu and the radioactive stuff that supposedly went missing. Those are false flag.
Okay.
Media lies that are trying to stir up controversy and trying to make this into some,
something it isn't.
This is not an invasion.
Okay.
If anything, it's an intervention. Okay.
All right. Okay.
And now I don't want, like I said, I already got Mr. Deed saying I'm mentally ill, so I don't want to, propagate that too much more. But what I will say is they are looking for something, and I can tell you, and now this is off the record type stuff, but what I will say is that they are here to bring George Fratazio back to his home planet.
That is,
And
well,
he's a wily
listen,
one,
that-
so yeah.
Well, I believe that'll be an old forge, right? Is that where his planet is?
Well, we don't know because George, he's probably either in a Porsche somewhere, he's on a scooter somewhere. We don't know.
Could be.
You know?
Oh my God.
A Porsche-built scooter.
He's at the bowling alley. We don't know.
All right, Chris, I appreciate this, and I now know exactly what's going on. Thank the Lord.
But also, wait,
right.
one more thing.
Yes, one more thing. Yes.
Here's another little secret from the inside. Okay. They are employing. They have a person, like a superhero type person. I'm talking Navy SEAL 6 type guy. All this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now the military has verified that these drones, quote unquote, can come from the ocean, dip down into the ocean from speeds of, so on and so forth.
Wow.
This is verified by the military.
Verified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So now they go into the ocean. So we have a superhero here called Scuba Steve that's going to follow them down into the ocean.
All right.
The only problem why they haven't is because he's so manly and such a superhero that the mermaids down there are all going to swarm around him, and it's going to cause trouble for the submarines. So they're waiting on that option.
Okay.
But Scuba Steve's going to save the day.
All right. Well, I will wait on that one and cannot wait for it to happen. So, Chris, we appreciate it.
You guys have a great holiday.
You do the same.
Enjoy
Thank you.
yourselves.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you for the Giorgio line. That was very, very entertaining.
So we've got Megan is saying there's a Neil has bid 200, but Ed Welsh this morning saying I will donate 250 for lunch with the team at the Fort Schuyler Club. My treat after the holiday. That's my final offer, Ed Welsh.
Wow.
And then so
That's a really
250
good
on
offer.
that. And Steve Hauk saying I just had a premonition of Megan's date. Well, hello, Megan. FYI, she's gonna have to drive.
Get the money up front, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk, if we can, to Megan Fraser McGrogan on the Children's Museum, because we've seen there is another...
we had Richard piping
There's a
in
delay.
yesterday saying, what's the deal with that?
Well, there is a delay. So, Megan, good morning. Thank you so much for coming on. And
Good morning, guys.
I do want to tell you when my response to somebody yesterday saying, there's something fishy going on. I said, no. You have, with Megan at the helm, we're in good hands.
Got to be perfect.
And I truly believe that. So what's going on? And I also believe that when this does finally open, it's going to be spectacular.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Bill.
I have it.
appreciate that.
Listen,
I appreciate that.
we've done early morning drinking together, so I have all the confidence in the world in you.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. And so hopefully that drinking didn't cloud your judgment.
Well, no, every great idea has started with an
that's where it
early
all
morning
begins.
cocktail.
That is where it begins. So
It is true. It is true. But no, there is nothing fishy going on. I can tell you guys what is going on. So as you know, this is a huge project for us that has been, years in the making.
Yep.
With every construction project, and, in this case, it's constructing and fabricating a museum from the ground up, there's delays. And I think we all have gone through that, whether personally or professionally, if you've done any work in your home post 2020.
yes.
But we have received our first delivery, which is incredible. It's such an exciting thing to see this progress. We've been waiting so long to get this in the building. And so we have one of what will be 5, possibly 6 trucks that have arrived. And, the next trucks are coming right along. We're expecting 2 more before the end of the year.
And when you say
the other
trucks,
2
these are trucks that are bringing things in for the museum.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
They're trailers. So we're expecting, like big trailer loads. If you go on our social media, you can see the delivery coming in. And we're expecting 2 more before the end of the year, and then a couple more in January. And then we get to work installing everything. And of course, making sure, all the exhibits are safe, that we get some people in there to play test. Everybody loves that.
Yep. Yes.
Just to make sure that things are operating appropriately and that we're having, we're giving the experience that we have planned for so long. We want to make sure, like you said, that we get it perfect.
And I think that it's, it is so needed.
Yeah.
In this area. It really is, and I think it'll be a great addition when it is done. When do you think it will? I mean, I've seen predictions of springtime, but also maybe even later than that. What are your thoughts?
I mean, my prediction, we're not putting a new date out because we have done that and we've gotten a little burned on that side of things from our fabricators. So in all honesty, we're not going to put another date out. If you ask me to pull out my crystal ball, I'm going to say sometime in the beginning of the first quarter, definitely by spring. And
one thing that people should know, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're getting the assistance and the there are ideas, and all of these things are coming from people around the country who know children's museums very, very well.
Absolutely. Our team is incredible and has put so much work, into making sure that this experience and this facility is top notch. We have designers in Florida and in Georgia. This is what they do day in and day out. They design things like children's museums, science centers, STEM labs, all amazing resources for children in our communities around the country and even the world. They actually built one in Kuwait.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Really, these guys are incredible. And our team of fabricators, we have the crew down in Florida. That's where the shipment came from a few weeks ago. They're just great guys. I talked to them yesterday, and it's a group of guys that has kids. They all have kids.
Yeah.
They're all excited about building this, which makes it so much more fun.
Love it. Okay. We appreciate the update, and I know nobody wants this open any quicker than you do. Right. I tell people, if you're anxious, I'm the most anxious. Yeah, if you're anxious, you have no idea how anxious Megan is. So, all right, we'll have a wonderful holiday, and at some point, we're all going to be able to tour this thing, and I can't wait to do that.
Absolutely.
Right.
And Merry Christmas to all of you, and have
right.
a happy holidays to everybody listening.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
So.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Megan Frazier McGrogan. And again, whenever something isn't happening, we're automatically go to this.
It's like a negative or like there's a conspiracy of some kind.
There's a secret. And
it's Utica.
It's Utica. Yeah. Yeah. You feel that's a trait. How much money today, Megan, do you think we're going to give away or potentially give away for Haba? Because free money question of the day with him sitting right here.
Him looking at me?
Staring at you.
Looking you down. Yeah.
I'm thinking $300.
Oh my!
She
God.
went from the 200 to 300. She did a $100 jump.
She said that in such a playful way.
She did.
Yeah,
she did.
All right.
That's how she gets away with stuff.
Okay, so if Davey did that, he'd be in trouble.
Yes, he would.
If Davey was here, he'd be saying $25.
$300. Let's take caller number 12.
She cannot be intimidated.
Caller number 12 for $300 from the Haba Law Firm, with him sitting right here.
Yep.
315-736-0186. We'll do that next on WIBX.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music, and we have lots of Christmas deals. Complete 5-piece Mapex drum sets, $4.99. Electric guitar and amp combos, $1.99. Student acoustic guitars, $98. And a 61-key Yamaha digital keyboard is $119. Plus, we have the best guitars from Fender, Gibson, Taylor, Yamaha, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. We also have the best remote car starters. Plus, we can add heated seats to your car and a backup camera. Right now, take 10% off all WeatherTech floor mats, and we have LED vehicle lighting, step boards, tonneau covers, and all vehicle accessories on sale. Even deals on window tinting. At Big Apple, we have the area's largest selection of musical instruments and accessories at the guaranteed lowest prices. Merry Christmas from all of us at Big Apple Music in New Hartford.
Big Apple Music, put us under your Christmas tree.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
Cruise weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Everyone's talking about the breakthrough of weight loss drugs, but too few can access or afford them. Hers is changing that. At forhers.com/radio, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. like GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy or oral medications at a fraction of the price. That's right. You'll save up to 91% per month on compounded semaglutide based on pricing through Hers. The same active ingredient as the name brand drug at 91% less. There's no hidden fees and no membership fees. Just one low, transparent price. And the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable doctor-trusted weight loss plans that put you first. That's forhers.com/radio. FORHERS.com/radio.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Hi, this is Scott Hayes.
And this is Jill Hayes from New York Sash.
You know, honey, the first time you said, never let a window salesperson into your home, I thought you were nuts. But you were right.
Like there was really any doubt.
Seriously, so many people have told us how nice it is to shop in our beautiful showroom where there's never any high pressure.
Yep, and it's even nicer when we can help people save.
Like right now, buy 2 New York Sash windows and get 1 free.
We get slow during the winter, and we need to stay busy, so you get the best deal we make all year. Buy 2 windows, get 1 free.
Buy 4, get 2 free.
Buy 6 windows, get 3 free. There's no end to the savings.
And there's no need to invite a pushy salesperson into your home. Instead, stop by the New York Sash Idea and Design Center, where you can browse at your convenience.
We're open Monday through Saturday on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
These savings are only available for a limited time, so come in today. And as always,
let our family take care of your family.
Great holiday entertainment this week at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tonight at 7, The Wizards of Winter, a holiday rock event for the whole family. Tomorrow at 7, the annual 35mm film presentation of It's a Wonderful Life. Also on Saturday at a 2:30 matinee and an evening screening at 7. Sunday at 6 and 8:30, it's the Candlelight Concerts Nutcracker String Quartet. For more information, visit RomeCapitol.com.
There's an issue cutting through the bipartisan bickering in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. AM radio is too important to let this moment pass us by.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Happy holidays from WIBX. This is Bill Keeler. We have an auction underway this week to benefit Real Men Get Tested for Cancer. It's the perfect big holiday gift for any kid or grandchild. First, a kid's electric Mack pickup truck donated by Utica Mack. Second, a Clinton Tractor New Holland electric tractor donated by the United County Sheriff's Law Enforcement Foundation and Sheriff Rob Mashel. Tune into the Keeler Show this week from 6 till 9 and place a bid with Keeler in the morning in WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I want to wish a happy birthday out there to Wayne Jennings Jr. in Frankfurt. Megan, am I correct? He is celebrating how old?
His 29th birthday.
His 29th birthday
Wayne. I know
today.
Wayne.
That's Wayne Jennings Jr.
Wayne's son.
Celebrating. We are doing there's tension in the studio. Are you noticing the tension? We're doing the free money question with him in studio.
No tension here.
Are you noticing? I'm feeling.
Turning my mic off.
What?
I said stop turning my mic off. You invite me in to talk. You want me to participate?
I would never turn your mic off. Anyway, we're sorry. That's a joke. It was a joke.
Not a joke.
Did you hear?
You keep cutting my mic.
Did you hear what happened to me?
No. What happened?
I was 27 years ago. My wife and I were married.
Oh, this is a good one.
And I can't. She's up now. I can't talk about it.
Oh yeah, you can't. Ooh, you'll be in trouble.
I don't want to be here when you say it.
I wonder if I can dump it. I'm going to dump it. Boom.
He's dumping
oh my
that.
God, did you just dump it?
I just dumped it again. Maybe I got rid of it.
Your wife won't like it.
I don't want to get her upset. I won't be able. I mean, you took me off the show from like the summer after I got you angry.
I just had to dump myself.
I know it has been a while.
It's been a long time.
Well, this is what happens when you mess with us, Joe. This is what happens.
Listen, it's not messing with you. Messing with your wife. Because let me just tell you, I remember that. What was it? A 2-year ban or something?
You were banned from the program. She would not book you. When she was producer.
When she had producer power.
Yeah. Jerry's in Clinton. Hello, Jerry. Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. A lot of pressure here.
There is a lot of pressure because he's looking right at us. That's why. This is worth $300. Are you ready?
Nice little Christmas gift.
It would be.
Be very nice. Here is your question. 7 seconds to answer. Andrew, you ready? Here we go.
I'm ready.
This
I'm
is
right
from
on
the
it.
Hobeika Law Firm, Joseph and Andrew Hobeika. For your legal needs, call 315-724-1600. All right, here it goes. Name the Viking who partly invented the Nerf football. Ready? Go.
Oh, jeez. Fred Cox.
That is correct. And I'm going to give you the buzzer went off, unfortunately, but I'm going to give you the Google Acting Award of the Year right
Fastest
there.
finger award.
It's like, is it Fox? Is it Fox? Or is it Fred Cox? Is it Fred Cox? It was Fred Cox. Was a longtime kicker. Actually, that was really good, by the way. Actually,
you played it off so well.
You did.
I worked on that one.
I'm sure. Nerf, Minnesota Vikings.
Nerf Viking. Nerf pressure.
Yes, you did well. Well, I am going to give you the all-in-one food and fun card. It is a $25 gift card that is good at all the Comets games and Aquavino. I had some fudge there from Beverly last night. It was just a little treat. They're so good. Taylor and the Cook, that place is wonderful. Mm-hmm. Jeff has done a tremendous job at Babes. They do brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. And also, we will give you the most amazing Italian food you will eat. It is so delicious that it's a Utica thing. Sit down. You can pick up. You can order out. You can have a lunch. It'll get you in and out and on your way. It's a $25 gift card at It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar. So stand by.
All right.
She's going to take care of you.
Thank you very much.
Talk about Megan.
Guys.
Thank you, Jerry. Have a great holiday, too. He handled that so well.
Yeah, that was good. He played it off good. So we have a comment from John in Deerfield. I think that's a good segue.
Okay.
Talking to Mr. Hobeika here this morning. Can Hobeika comment on the violence at Proctor? What is being done? I've heard, quote, we need to study the problem, end quote, from the superintendent, but somebody is going to die before the study ends. That's John in Deerfield.
Well, can I say something? I wish it was that simple, but go ahead.
Well, when I hear statements like that, I don't know, it makes me roll my eyes, to be honest with you, because number one, we have been evaluating it. We implemented a new code of conduct. We have, we're struggling a little bit right now. Admittedly, we are, but those are a small percentage of the students that we have at the school.
Yeah.
But isn't it always that way?
Well, it's always that way. But, that's the only thing that anyone really focuses on when
they grabs all the air out of the room. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have all of these award winners and scholars and everything else, but people want to focus on that. And look, I'm not saying that it's not an issue, and I'm not saying that it needs to be addressed. I mean, number one, we have been focusing on it. We don't speak about the steps that we take, because there's security measures. So
right.
We could be talking about one thing, and somebody could really have some intention to do something that could be
bad,
really bad. And
doesn't it anger the crap out of you though that you've got this small group that is ruining it for every one of those kids? It just
on the one side, look, that law and order feeling that you get, you want to do something and you want to lash out and all these other things and over punish and everything else. But on the other side, they are kids, they are children, they are members of the community. We are working to try to avoid these things. We've added police, we've added administrators, we've added security. The superintendent has been at the school. The board has been at the school.
And if I could, this is a problem when we speak with Lieutenant Curley from UPD. They're frustrated.
Well, that was
look. I mean, last year, we had a great number of kids that were put out of school.
Yeah.
Or put in alternative education, then didn't go. They ended up in our neighborhoods, and we've had issues in the city with youth violence.
Yeah,
and so there's a whole host of reasons for it. We're working closely with the police. They've been very good, in terms of supporting us, and we support them. So the superintendent is trying to create a culture change. There are some bumps in the road. That's it.
Well, bumps in the road, and it is not going to be instant.
No, it's not.
On a light switch.
It's not going to be instant. And I wish their fights weren't happening. We're taking steps to try to avoid situations where they might. But you have to remember, some of a lot of these fights are based on things that happen outside of school.
I was going to just say that's got to be frustrating.
Someone that might have an intention to fight is going. They might be intending to fight, so they're going to school.
Yeah.
Because they know that
that's where they can find that.
There's going to and so. It's hard to monitor all the social medias and all this stuff because a lot of stuff happens through social media. So
it is. I don't know. It's very frustrating because there's no
clear cut answer.
Right.
Obviously we're working very hard to keep the children engaged in school, engaged in extracurricular activities. We're implementing an extended learning program so that we can have more contact with the kids and keep them learning. So that's that and attached to the educational system. And I know it sounds Pollyanna, to some people, but the reality is that we're gonna have to just stay vigilant, and we
can't act like this is a Proctor exclusive problem. It's
it
country.
happens. It's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. We have 2,800 students, and people say, "Well, we never should have gone to one high school." I was opposed to it when they did it back in I don't know if it was the 80s. When I thought they should have picked UFA rather than Proctor because UFA didn't have as many corners. The school's got 450,000 square feet, and there's tons of little hallways and corners and everything else. So we're doing our best to, and we'll continue to make adjustments. And that's all that we can do at this point. It's not going to be perfect. It's like there are people out there that complain about transportation. We bus 7,400 kids. So if if the bar is perfect, which we'd like to be, that's fine. But if you have 15 issues and 7,400 kids, you're just doing your best to try to avoid major problems, and we will continue to work on dealing with the children that are creating some of these issues.
I want to bring in, I have Ann with a question and a couple of comments, but I do want to say one thing is you're in a perfect scenario, you are able to report this to the parents and the parents correct the problem at home. That's your perfect scenario, and that happens in smaller school districts. It happens in different areas. But, there's a very likely situation where these kids don't have that at home.
I don't want you to be, look, obviously there's issues, but I'm not going to sit here and criticize the parents, and frankly, I'm not going to allow the parents to be criticized. A lot of these people are up against it. They're in generational situations. We're supposed to be really just educating people, teaching them how to read, teaching them how to write, teaching them a language, teaching them about computers, whatever it happens to be. We have all these courses, college courses. You can graduate from Proctor with a degree from college.
You don't think that this plays that the family life plays a role?
It does.
It absolutely has to.
It absolutely plays a role in it, but.
I'm not criticizing anybody, but I'm saying you don't. But in these cases, in many cases they don't have that family life to go back to and have that support. That's all I'm saying.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. But the issue is we spent $10 million this year on a system of care. Okay,
right.
We clothe our kids. We have medical clinics. We have dental clinics. We have mental health providers. We're doing all of these different things.
It's almost as if all these services that used to be provided in a community have been handed to the school.
School to handle.
And the issue is, there's stuff that goes on where, there might be other agencies, for example, that need to get involved. But you also have to remember that, like these parents or these guardians or whatever you want to call them, they understand, like, for example, if kid's out of school for a certain number of days, there's going to be, an inquisition, so to speak, or an investigation. And so what happens is they return them to school beforehand. There's a lot of things that are very frustrating. I spend a lot of time in family court system doing representing
you see
children.
It from two different sides.
I see it from all sides.
Yeah.
I do pins and JDs and all those things, so I see it. It's unbelievable.
Let me bring Ann in. She has a question for you. Ann in Rome. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Joe, this has to do with the incident that happened in Wisconsin. There was a gentleman about a year and a half, 2 years ago on Shark Tank that came up with, it looked like a trifold wall.
I'm sorry, what happened in Wisconsin? What was the
school shooting?
The shooting.
Yeah, okay.
In the event of a shooter, the teacher gets the kids, round them up, pulls it's a door, you just pull it around in a corner, and everybody's safe. If they said to me today, and I have no children, we're going to raise your school taxes to get this thing, raise them.
Mm-hmm. Well,
unfortunately, in today's world, no matter if it's a kid or an adult, there's no respect for life. And I don't know why schools aren't putting them in, because this is just happening too often.
Well,
and unfortunately, it can happen anywhere.
All right, Ann, I'll let you. All
right, Ann.
Thank you.
You want to comment on that?
Well, we have active shooters drills. We have cameras. We have, we do things to try to protect the children, but we can, again,
you're never going to be.
It's never going to be perfect.
It will never be perfect.
We have a good number of police officers in the building. We have weapons detection systems. We have.
Can you imagine all this in a school? All this in a school.
Well, and the other thing is, it's hard. Again, it's 450,000 square feet of hallways and corners.
That's crazy.
Yep. And I just wanted to address the issue about, could we build another school? We would love to build another school. The problem is, number one, you need a certain amount of acreage. Utica doesn't have that acreage available. Number two, you have to get approval from SED. It would, first of all, that's the state education department. And, basically Utica gets 90, Utica gets, it reimbursed at 98% on approved projects, but our tax base can't go forward and purely spend the real property tax
right,
money.
right.
It's just not. It's not possible.
Mike, it's an incredibly difficult, if not impossible, problem dealing with situations where you have multi-generations of folks who do not value education. If your grandparents, parents don't value it, it's very hard for the children to. And even in a situation where the grandparents may value it and are doing the best that they can, oftentimes it's very difficult for those, as you said, whether it's a guardian or a parent.
I ran for the board when I first ran for the board because I was in family court and I was encountering these kids that were in 9th and 10th grade that were reading on 2nd and 3rd grade levels.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I got on, we've reduced the class sizes. We've added reading teachers. We've added, all different kinds of programs. Things are inching and I guess are getting better, but the thing is that they need to get better faster.
Yeah.
So, we ended up hiring Dr. Spence. By the way, the guy's got 1,100 degrees.
Yeah.
He's an educational scientist and all this stuff. We're attempting to make a change that's going to impact the community in a positive way. There will be bumps in the road.
Yeah.
We are vigilant. We have been we have been doing things to try to address this issue from the beginning of the year. It's not like somebody sounded the alarm bell and we just found out that something's going on.
One comment that somebody had, it was a security guard that was shot, who came in and said, we have to reach them before it's too late, and that is very important. We'll talk more about that on the other side.
Right.
Got a break. Hold tight.
Why wait for January to start your health journey? The time to take action is now. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Fit Body Bootcamp. Whether you're looking to get stronger, feel better, or just start living your best life, me and my team of coaches are here to help. Right now, you can jumpstart your fitness goals by joining our Fit for the Holidays 28-day promotion for only $57. Or come on in and join us for 3 free sessions. Don't wait for the new year. Start your health journey now. Just give us a call and live your best life at Fit Body Bootcamp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Hungry for something new? Discover Chef's Express, a bakery on a mission. Nestled in downtown Utica at 241 Genesee Street, they serve your favorite baked goods, mouth-watering breakfast sandwiches, savory lunches, and delicious desserts, plus catering options for your event. And every bite at Chef's Express helps people with disabilities in our community thrive. Stop in Monday through Friday or visit chefsexpressutica.com. That's Chef's Express, great food with a greater purpose.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Instead of delivering, they're picketing. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's in Queens, New York this morning, one of 7 Amazon locations where workers walked out a few hours ago. Haley Fixler there with Fox 5 TV.
They're chanting that Amazon is unfair, and even trucks passing by, they are honking their horns in support. Now, union officers tell us they want to negotiate with Amazon. They say that the company will not negotiate a contract with them. Union leaders say they want the company to give them better benefits, more money, and they really want them to prioritize safety.
Amazon says it prefers direct negotiations with the workers, while adding that many of those who went on strike are not actually Amazon employees, saying they're third-party delivery drivers and only a small percentage of Amazon warehouse staff. So the online retail giant says it does not expect the strike to impact operations. The FAA has issued a temporary ban on flying most drones in several areas of New Jersey through January 17th after weeks of drone sightings led to safety concerns, though the Biden administration insists there's no public threat. Now to the drama in Congress.
President Trump is going to have to consider coming to Washington. I mean, let's face it, he's the president now. It's not President Biden.
Republican Senator John Kennedy on Fox the morning after the president-elect came out against a bipartisan spending bill, prompting House Republicans to scrap it and work on a plan B.
Democrats are not in the House are not going to go along with it. Mike's problem, Speaker Johnson's problem, is that on the Republican side, he's got a bunch of free-range chickens.
House Democrats say it'll be Republicans' fault if funding isn't approved by tomorrow night and there's a government shutdown. A California man detained, suspected of plotting to attack a government building.
A plan they say he coordinated with the Wisconsin school shooter. According to a gun violence restraining order obtained by KFMB, Alexander Poffendorf admitted to the FBI he shared his plans with the team.
Fox's Carmen Roberts, that shooter killed herself Monday at her Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin after murdering a teacher and a student and wounding 6 others. America's listening to Fox News.
Trump's victory doesn't mean our financial worries are over. Far from it. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul here. For the past few decades, I believe our nation's economic foundation has crumbled, all due to Washington's addiction to spending and currency manipulation. These problems won't vanish overnight, and that's why I've supported gold IRAs for years. These accounts let you hold tax-advantaged gold with no penalties or taxes when you transfer your IRA or 401k. Birch Gold Group is the leader in gold IRAs. They understand true wealth preservation means breaking free from the system. To learn more, get a free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. That's PROTECT to the number 989898. Secure your savings with gold today. Text PROTECT to 989898 now for your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
Luigi Mangione has a court date today in Pennsylvania where he could waive extradition to New York City, where Mangione's already been indicted for murder and the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. In another New York City case, a guilty plea from a man who helped set up a secret Chinese police station there.
Chen Jinping appeared in a federal courtroom in Brooklyn to plead to a single count of conspiracy to act as an agent of a foreign government. Prosecutors say Chen and a co-defendant, Lu Jianwang, set up the station in New York's Chinatown neighborhood. It allegedly operated on behalf of the People's Republic of China to track pro-democracy dissidents, but tried to conceal that to some degree by also providing services such as Chinese driver's license renewals. An FBI investigation uncovered the operation in 2022. Chen faces up to 5 years in prison. Liu returns to court in February. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
In France, a conviction in a high-profile trial that pitted a woman against her ex-husband, accused of drugging her for years and inviting other men to come over and rape her.
Giselle Pellicot was subjected to nearly a decade of abuse and waived her anonymity in an attempt to give strength to other victims. Today, her 72-year-old husband, Dominique, has been sentenced to 2 decades in prison for aggravated rape. Of the 50 other men accused of raping Giselle Pellicot, just 1 was acquitted, but he was found guilty of aggravated sexual assault. Giselle Pellicot is now seen by many in France and around the world as a feminist icon. People who gathered to support her applauded as the sentences were read out. Her ordeal has galvanized campaigners against sexual violence. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising after a massive sell-off dragged the Dow down over 1,100 points after the Federal Reserve, in announcing another 0.25% interest rate cut, reduced the number of planned cuts next year. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM 92.3
And
FM
her
News
food.
Time.
I bought her food, too. Sorry, go ahead.
8:05.
Oh, Mike is handling a case for us. It's going to be we're going to be in good shape.
It is
We'll be all
8:05. It is 8:05. And your update brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. We're at 32 degrees under cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. Utica police report a 59-year-old man is accused of stealing a laptop computer from another person's apartment. Police say Chester Jackson of Utica entered the 2nd Street apartment overnight between November 6th and 7th and stole a laptop. Police say Jackson was later identified and taken into custody Tuesday. He's been charged with 1 count each of second-degree burglary and petty larceny, scheduled to appear in Utica City Court. The plight of drugs in the city continues as a quantity of cocaine was seized during a drug raid on Elizabeth Street Tuesday. Utica police say a search warrant was executed at 760 Elizabeth Street Tuesday, where 30.2 grams of cocaine was seized, along with fentanyl pills, digital scales, and cash. Police say the warrant was part of an investigation into ongoing sales of narcotics from the home. 48-year-old Jessica Mercer and 31-year-old Deontay Harris of Utica are charged each with 2 counts of third-degree possession of a controlled substance and other felonies. They're both scheduled to appear in Utica City Court. A Rome man has been charged in Utica following a crash Tuesday. Officials say 50-year-old Michael Townsend of Rome crashed his car at the intersection of Grandview and Watkins Avenues. On the way to the hospital after the crash, police say they had to give him Narcan to reverse an overdose. Officers say he had knotted baggies of drugs in his mouth, and some tested positive for fentanyl. Townsend was charged with DWI drugs, tampering with physical evidence, and criminal possession of a controlled substance. The State Department of Health says the spread of the flu virus is prevalent across New York. That means healthcare workers who are not vaccinated against the illness yet must wear masks in certain healthcare settings. The most recent data shows there have been over 2,300 positive flu cases in the Empire State since the start of the season. It's recommended everyone 6 months and older get their flu shot immediately. And scientists in California are confirming a breed of squirrel is not just eating nuts and seeds anymore. Researchers at UC Davis found ground squirrels are proving to be opportunistic omnivores. They hunt, kill, and eat smaller rodents and have a particular taste for voles. Scientists believe the meat-eating behavior emerged temporarily as the population of available prey increased. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time is 8:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Some flurry snow showers left over this morning. A cold day today with a breeze coming in out of the west. Highs will be in the low 30s. Tonight, mainly cloudy, mid-20s. Another round of snow with a clipper coming through tomorrow. Looks like midday into the afternoon, high 32. And snow will continue into Friday night and Saturday, maybe 1 to 3 inches. Could be some higher totals west and north. Meteorologist Ray Stejik at the Weather Channel, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're 31 degrees under cloudy skies. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time, 8:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. The Giants will be starting a different quarterback in Week 16. Head coach Brian Dable has decided quarterback Drew Lock will start Sunday's game against the Falcons. Dable said Lock should be okay before the 28-year-old practice. For the first time since removing his walking boot, he did not play in last week's game due to a heel injury and was also dealing with a left elbow problem. Aaron Rodgers is ready to be a mentor. The Jets starting quarterback said after Wednesday's practice if Green and White were to draft a rookie signal caller, he would be willing to take him under his wing. Rodgers was quick to say that he would also try to play as well as he could to keep the rookie on the bench. The 41-year-old is on record saying if he were to keep playing in 2025, he would prefer it to be with the Jets. The Nets continue to be one of the fastest rising teams in the NBA. According to Sportico, the Nets rank 4th among franchise valuations at $5.7 billion. Brooklyn jumped 9 spots on the list after gaining a 43% change over the past year. The Nets are hoping to get back in the win column after dropping each of their last 3 games. Brooklyn is 3rd in the Atlantic Division at 10-16 behind the Knicks. They'll visit the Toronto Raptors tonight at Scotiabank Arena. The Rangers continue to make deals in hopes of shaking up their season. General Manager Chris Drury announced Wednesday that the team has acquired defenseman Will Borgen, a 3rd and 6th round pick in the 25 draft from the Seattle Kraken, in exchange for forward Capo Caco, The 23-year-old was selected by the Blue Shirts with the second overall pick in the 2019 draft. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM, news time, 8:10.
Okay. I have Hobika in studio right now. Say hi, Joe.
Hello.
Sit up straight. You look you look better on TV. Yeah. Okay. You're on YouTube. Sorry. Did you notice?
Sorry, I went into a coma.
Did you notice the roll of the eyes? Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah. It's been a few times since you started talking with him this morning.
All I have to do is talk. He rolls his eyes. I have some people with some questions. Rich, I'm going to get right to you. But I do want to say the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills is now accepting new patients. Joe, if you need a new family doctor, which I know you probably don't, but maybe you do, the Falcon Clinic is accepting new patients right now.
Outstanding.
Boom. Dr. Zielinski, Dr. Shemaleski, and others all under one roof. It's the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. Call them today, 315-507-4751. Also, Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. I think this is how I'm wording this now. I have it approved from Chuck Sedella at Daylight Donuts.
You've had to make some adjustments?
Buy a $20 gift card, get $5 free, plus the drink of your choice. But you have to ask for the special, saying they talked about it on the radio. And I hate these, to be honest with you, because it's tell them Hank sent you.
Yeah.
But this is what we're doing.
Use promo code Keeler.
Yeah. You don't need that. Just say that moron on the radio is talking about I get a free drink if I buy a gift card, and they'll say, yeah. And you'll get it. So
I'm going to drive over there just so I can call you a moron.
You should do it. You should do that. And that's good now through Christmas. What? That's awesome.
It is.
Because you could get the greatest drink in some of their lattes, the Almond Joy latte. It's the drink of your choice.
Right.
Love it.
Good stuff.
And one more, and then I'm going to bring you to Rich, who has a question. This is the Family Holiday Season Award-winning Mazda Drive Away in a New Mazda special campaign going on right now. I completely butchered that, but it is called A Season to Move You sales event. Move you into a Mazda. In fact, you have members of your family. I know for a fact, not that I'm creeping on anybody, but I know for a fact you have members of your family who drive a Mazda.
That's correct.
That is true. And I drive a Mazda. 2025 Mazda CX-30 SE. $269 a month on a 36-month lease, or you can save with 0% or 1.9% APR financing on select new 2025 Mazdas. When you look up in Consumer Reports the vehicle of the year, you see the Mazda CX-90.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Love it. Let's make your deal on a new Mazda, says Ricky Z. He will be in here for our Christmas Eve extravaganza happening Tuesday, Christmas Eve morning from 6 a.m. till noon. Where it's always easy to do business, Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Joe Hobika, you will be here.
I will be here.
You need to be, because I'm doing something special for you.
You are?
Oh. I am going to bring back something we've done in the past for this show, and you are going to show off your musical talents.
Oh, we're bringing the guitar back?
We're bringing the guitar back.
Okay.
So I
want to come early, though. Before the throngs of people.
That's better.
I thought we were going to do
all
the divorces. You've done it
God.
that. I want to talk about that story.
I don't ever want to talk about that story.
There was an attorney. I don't want to bring
Don't
you
even, don't do it. Don't
all
do
right.
it.
It was terrible, though, wasn't
May
it?
he rest in peace.
Oh, he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Well, this is when I learned very early, you got to get crap in writing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's where we really met, Joe.
Yes.
He had to handle
the worst day of a biker's
250 divorces.
That was terrible.
We did a mega divorce.
Yeah.
Great promotion from an idea.
Oh, my God. It was the response.
That
was
and the
incredible.
giant, what was it? The giant cookie or the giant
jelly donut?
The giant jelly donut.
That record still holds, by the way. Anyway,
or is it the dish of pasta that still
I did
holds?
that too. No, the one that holds. Some Asian beat the dish of pasta.
Oh.
They hold the record now. But the largest jelly donut is what?
Yeah, I think it's great that you're a Guinness book of records holder.
Yeah, I still have a record in there, along with Donato's Bakery, and along with Hemstraut's.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a great record. All right, Rich with a question for Habaika. Hello, Rich. You're on with Joe Habaika.
Hey, Rich.
Attorney extraordinaire and board president, Utica School District.
Hi there, it's Rick, Bill.
I'm sorry, Rick. Good morning, Rick.
It's okay.
Rick, sorry he butchered your name.
No, I read what was here on the screen.
Oh.
Okay, Rick.
Joe, thank you for your $300 that you gave me in October. I don't know if you know that.
You had to start with that, Rick.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this, Rick. Yes.
Yeah, you know Rick.
Sure, go ahead. But you're welcome.
I now have a flamingo on my front lawn.
Nice. That is beautiful.
Okay, on a serious note.
Yes.
I'm having trouble hearing him.
I'll ask your opinion first because you can't speak for the superintendent. Regarding students with disruptive behavior, is there a superintendent review in place? Was there a superintendent review in place before this superintendent came? In regards to, if a student has 3 suspensions, I would like to see them expelled. Now, if you can enlighten me as to what has been done in the past and what he's thinking about doing in the future, and what do you want to see, Joe?
We have a code of conduct that was basically redone over the past couple of years. It's progressive discipline. So all the things that you're referencing, I think are in place already. We don't have many. I think there might have been 1 or 2 kids that were suspended a couple of times this fall. And again,
one or two, Mr. Habaika?
Yes.
That's not very many, is it?
No. And we refer kids to alternative education. If you really want to get into the nuts and bolts of it,
I do.
Okay, then you need to talk to Dr. Spence. Dr. Spence. You need to talk to him.
I don't find him to be approachable at this point.
Oh, I will tell you that I'll ask him to come on the show. You can ask him whatever questions you want, because he's I don't know how he's not approachable. I mean, he generally responds to questions, and he's more than happy to talk about his approach, the science of it.
Joe, if I can interrupt you, I'm not talking about me speaking with him. I'm talking about teachers and principals in this district who have found him unapproachable.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. I can't say that, and I'm not sure what that means.
Well, I think that means that because of the past environment, principals and teachers are afraid to speak up because of retribution because of the former superintendent.
Well, that's the old.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not wearing that like a 10-pound pork chop around my neck. I'm not doing that. We took steps to address it. We took steps to address that, and it's widely known. This whole thing about retribution,
is that gone?
As far as I know, it is. But I mean, I'm
because it existed at one time.
Well, I mean, I believe that it did, and so I know the board doesn't stand for that. So if anyone discovered something like that occurred, then the board would make inquiries. Again, I think the biggest thing that the public doesn't realize is that we have responsibility, but we do not have authority. We are not able to make decisions on the day-to-day. So
unless it was a state law.
Unless it was a state law, yes, you're right. But we can't sit there and say to somebody, move this teacher over to this school, or take this security guard and put them there, or those types of things. That's not.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about why is there only 2 suspensions in a year.
Well, I don't
when
have the numbers, and
obviously-
I don't have the numbers in front of me, and I don't want you to think that people weren't being suspended. People were being suspended actually at a higher rate this year than they were in the past couple of years. That's what was reported to me.
But you just said it was only 2 or 3 since the beginning.
You said
of the year.
you asked
said
me
multiple.
multiple suspensions.
Somebody-
Again, so
somebody-
I don't want that.
individual,
I
yeah.
don't want I don't want to be, held to the numbers. I don't have them in front of me. So those are recollections. But at no time did we only suspend 2 kids for the whole, since the beginning of the year.
Right, what the issue that I'm hearing is the teachers are frustrated because they know if they suspend someone, it's not going to go anyplace.
Well, number one, teachers can't suspend someone.
Can
Number
they
two,
request-
number
if they,
two.
they can't even request a suspension, is my understanding.
Well, I don't know how that works. I mean, again, have they read the code of conduct?
Of course they have, but they're afraid. They're still afraid of this.
What are they afraid of?
That if they recommend a suspension of a student,
Is that all of them, or just the? Is that all? And they recommend the suspensions? No, that's the principal. That's the assistant principals.
If there's a disruptive student in my classroom, as a teacher, I'm going to call the principal's office and ask that student to be removed from my classroom.
Are you a teacher, Rick?
I am not. I don't want to.
Okay. So you're like me. You're like me. We don't want to talk about
I'm
it.
exactly. Like
Okay.
her, but she's retired. But she's retired, and so am I.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So again, I'm
gonna let it go there.
I'm
I was
not.
just looking-
Listen, I'm not conversing on what happens on the day to day. Okay. I know that the board wants the code of conduct to be followed.
Agreed.
The board wants the teachers in the hallways when the kids are changing classes.
Agreed.
The board wants the security people moving around. The board wants the police situated where they have to be.
Yeah,
The
remember
board
hall
would like
passes, Joe? Remember hall passes,
Yeah, well,
Joe?
we have hall passes, okay,
But
and
why
those hall
is- why
passes
is there-
have to be they have to be again. I don't know if they are being enforced, and I don't know if they're not being enforced. But I know the board would like hall passes enforced. The board would like, there to be law and order, so to speak, with room for fun for the children. So it's not like, you're going to get any pushback on that. But on the flip side, we do have to educate these kids. And we do have to deal with each child as the child presents, and we have to take whatever steps we can to try to develop that child, grow that child, educate that child. Okay? And I know that the teachers care and they want to have good kids, they want to have kids behave, they want to have good behavior, they want to be able to see that someone is achieving and everything else. But, again, we're talking about a minimal percentage of our kids that are creating the issues.
And they do not belong. And they do not belong there if that's the case. Joe.
100.
And that's all
Listen,
I have to- that's all I have
again,
to
I
say.
understand. We have to use everything at our means to keep them attached, even if it means sending them to alt ed or something like that.
Joe, I have a 9-year-old that sees this on TV, and there's no way she wants to go to Proctor High School.
Again, they publicize the negative. They don't publicize the positive. I didn't see a big giant story about the fact that there were 62 kids out of, I think, 85 or something like that in the state that won an award for, or maybe it was 52 out of 85 in the state that won awards for being proficient in multi-languages. Okay.
No, I still live in this district. I'm not.
Okay, so my point is they don't spend a lot of time talking about the positives. They talk,
but
of
my
course.
9-year-old should have the opportunity to do that, and she's not going to if she's petrified. So that's what I'm saying.
Well,
is we have to change
we're
that.
doing everything we can. Is that I don't think for 1 minute that kind of stuff is happening in the elementary schools, and if it is, then we'll address it. But I don't think that is what's going on.
No, I did not say she was afraid of her elementary school. I said she's scared to death of Proctor.
Okay.
again,
I don't want to go to a football game at Proctor either, and I'm 70 years old.
Again,
Congratulations, by the way. If I can just take an aside out of all this, you have a 9-year-old and you're 70. Hey now.
She's my granddaughter, Bill.
Okay, sorry. All right.
Come on, Bill.
Sorry. Well, I didn't know. You said it was your daughter.
Well,
so
again, I don't. That's your choice not to go to a football game. The football games are highly secure.
Yeah.
They were highly
I
secure
know,
before, and the incident that took place away from the parking. It was in a parking lot away from the stadium.
Another discussion.
All right.
Correct.
Rick, thank you, and I'm glad that this was able to go on. So, all right.
Joe, thank you, and I hope to take more money from you next month. Thank you.
I'll look forward to it.
All right, Rick, thank you.
So John in Deerfield messaging in about the numbers. Just for clarification, the 2 suspensions were.
I don't know if it was 2. It might have been a few more. I don't know for sure. I thought it was 2.
But those were
multiple.
Yeah.
They weren't just 2 suspensions.
Correct.
We don't just sit there and make people sit in the corner because they got into an incident.
Okay,
you're saying individuals.
We've had an overall increase in the number of suspensions, but that's not enough to address the problem. And I don't mean enough suspensions. I mean enough effort. It's more about avoiding things.
Yeah.
It's more about trying to, get compliance, because we also have to educate these kids.
You would be very annoyed at the statement and angry at the statement when people say all of this is going on at the Utica School District and they're not doing anything about it.
Absolutely.
That would anger the crap out of you.
We're doing a lot about it. We have been doing a lot about it. We are aware of it. We've taken steps. There are some people out there that think like we don't even know. Okay.
Right.
Now,
can I also add one more thing to this that is a problem at not just Utica schools but all over? The rules of engagement,
correct,
have completely changed from the state level down. It is
100%.
mandated.
Yeah.
And if you want your school district to be sued and have that come out of the taxpayer's pocket, have a teacher go grab a hold of a kid by the.
You can't grab the kids. You can barely defend yourself.
You can. I know you can, and that's not just at Utica.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere in New York.
It's everywhere. But the other thing is, Utica. There's a fight in Utica, and it gets publicized. It's not publicized anywhere else because Utica is the center of the universe when it comes to the negative. That's my point.
And you know what? I probably would completely disagree with you, but I won't, and I'm going to tell you why. But unless it's caught, and we have very good relationships with superintendents around the area, but the reality is there are plenty of situations that have happened in other districts. We hear about it 3 months later, and you're like, wow, I can't believe that didn't make the news. And
look, the thing I can tell you is that the board, the entire board, takes their obligations very seriously. We have meetings of committees. We do school walkthroughs. We have lengthy board meetings. We sit there and have to spend hours studying all of the documents that are being provided to us, then ask questions, request more information. This is not an easy thing.
Would you say it's the most difficult challenge you've had in your life?
No, not the most difficult, but it's time consuming, and you don't really.
Fixing the problem. It's very complex.
First of all, you can't fix it yourself because you can't go in and move the chess pieces.
Right.
Okay. Right. I would like to move the chess pieces, but I am not allowed to move the chess pieces because I'm a board member, and it doesn't matter whether you're a rank and file board member or the president. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I do enjoy when somebody runs for the board and they're like, I'm going to go in, we're going to change this.
The first thing we're going to do, and blah, blah, blah. There was somebody that said, geez, the board members should be paid. Okay? That's what they're going to do, and it's going to make things better.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know how much you're going to pay a board member with the amount of time that the board members actually spend. And that's number one. Number two, if you're doing this because you want to be paid or you want credit for something,
find another
this
profession.
is not.
Yeah.
No, this is not the position for you. You have to be there to want to do something for the kids. And meanwhile, while you're there, you can only observe, you can only influence. There are certain things that we can do, but they're drastic when it comes to, availing ourselves of the law and stuff like that.
I'm going to do one more call that's calling for you, and then I have to break.
We
Joe,
do have to get in the comment of Lance and Lee. Ask Joe if he and Howard will exchange Christmas gifts
Joe
this year.
Habaika, board president. And then you have the situation of being criticized because I always think that when somebody says those people over there don't know what they're doing, the person saying it has no idea what those people are doing. Always is that way.
I'm not going to say anything about the guy because I have nothing positive to say about that man.
Okay. Here's 2 quick calls, and then I'm moving on from this, all right? By the way,
we haven't taken a break in 31 minutes.
Go ahead.
I
I got to go to court at some point. So.
All right, Lucia, you're on quickly. I can give both of these calls 30 seconds each. Go. Good morning, Lucy.
Oh, good morning. I hear you, and wow, you're phenomenal at what you do.
Thank you.
Sure, you're a great lawyer, yeah. And I wanted to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
During the politics of people voting for this one, for that one, there was a teacher who continuously was talking about politics to the kids in high school. Are they allowed to do something like that day in and day out? And I have friends who teach. They were upset at the situation.
Yeah. All right.
And they said that nobody can do anything about it.
I'm going to hang up and let you listen. Oh, you're not on the radio. Go ahead.
Well, I guess what I would say about that is I'm not sure what the person, are they just making political comments? Are they trying to get the kids engaged in the political process?
Two different things.
I mean, those are two different things.
They should not be trying to sway kids.
I mean,
I
think it's
no. He was swaying because the guy was for one party, and if I was there and I would vote for Kamala or the other person, I should not be stating those things in school.
All right,
should be neutral.
I think you want to teach about the process, and I think you need to teach about getting people engaged, but not espousing your personal views.
All right, Lucia, thank you. Here is John in Deerfield. John, I got 30 seconds.
Hey, so I have 2 family members that are teachers in the district, and I've directed them to listen to this conversation because they passed me all the information that I'm getting. And I'm getting stuff like, we're submitting write-ups and they're being altered by the superiors, or I'm submitting write-ups and they're being deleted from the systems. So, these teachers are doing what they can, but if someone internally is altering the system, how are they supposed to feel good about what's happening in the system?
I would be taking screenshots of what I write, and then a screenshot of if it's been changed, and then bring that to the board or to the
you got to bring
principal.
it up. You got to bring it up the chain because
ultimately
the board is like the last stop.
Fair enough.
So, but I mean, obviously, we're always looking for divergent because of the experiences that most of the board people that are on the board now. We're always looking for divergent, represent or presentation with what might have been. So. We're always on the lookout for it.
Screenshots, John. Screenshots.
But that has to go up. That has to go up the chain. That has to go up the chain, and then ultimately, land with the board. You can't start with the board first because we're going to direct you somewhere else. It's good for us to have the information, but it's going to have to go in the chain of command.
All right, John.
They're going to provide them. They have them.
Okay.
This is just as bad as something like stealing stamps. If you're altering things like this is a different level of cover-up. You're putting people at physical harm here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying you. I'm saying the people in the district. This is not obviously a shot at Habaika.
Well, thank you for that.
All right, John. And those screenshots would be great if they made it to the media.
So,
I'd love to
what's
see those
that level?
screenshots.
Like, you're saying a teacher would report something to an assistant principal or principal, and that's being changed at that level?
That's what I'm being told. And they've also told me that they have been instructed from their union that they're not allowed to publicize any of this information. They have been gagged by their union to talk about this.
Well, there's a whistleblower
Well,
but
their union are their representatives, and if they communicated the information to their union, then their union could raise the issue. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. That way, I think that probably would be a better approach.
Okay, John, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
See ya.
This has been very productive. Joe Habaika, board president, very productive. We're going to need money, though.
We're going to need some more.
We need money, too.
We haven't played.
Don't we all?
We've not played any commercials. And
sorry about that.
And we've given away a lot of money.
We have.
This was like the old days when I actually would come in and be able to finish a thought without getting interrupted 5 seconds.
Listen, this was good. And it was
I'd be happy to
informative.
come in. I'd be happy to come in again, but I really
Bring him. Bring the superintendent.
I'll bring the superintendent.
But the reality, I think that, and I know you, and I know you very well. You work very hard to prevent the problems of the past. You were still on the board to make sure the problems of the past, and you and the board have put many measures in place to make sure the problems of the past never return.
And we're working hard to improve the district, and it's unfortunate that a couple of incidents ends up creating this blight now on the district. It's really frustrating. And then again, I have broad shoulders, and I'm willing to take criticism, and I do, and I accept it. But it just gets to the point where, like, I spend, and along with the other board members, we spend hours working in this volunteer role, and then it's just like people are subscribing intentions to us. What's the intention? I mean, I'm nearing retirement age, so to speak. I could be doing a lot of different things with my time. I'm trying to do something to benefit the community. I don't need this for credit. I don't need it to try to make money. I don't need any of those things. I'm trying to make it a better place for everyone's children and for us in the present. And, it just gets frustrating after a while. Like, you might not know one incident that occurred on a particular day, but you are aware of the hot spots, transportation. Are we doing what we should be doing? Security. Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? Finances. Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? Education. Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? All of these different components. We have brand new athletic fields. We have all kinds of programs. That's what we try to promote out there, and then what we end up with is just a couple of negative incidents, and that's supposed to define the district. And I do want to mention one more thing before I go. There's somebody out there that thinks that the board members should be apologizing for a lot of things that have occurred, and we are doing our best. And again, if the standard is perfection, then I apologize, we're not perfect. But we are putting a good faith effort out there. And sometimes you don't get to see things until you discover them. And so whether or not we've taken steps to address them is the standard, not whether or not we knew every single thing that's occurred.
If there's retribution going on at the school district, there will not be.
They
won't
trust me.
That.
I mean, that is not something that I stand for.
Right.
And if I find out and there's any truth to it, it's a problem. Fudging things, if I find out, it is a problem. And when I say I mean the board, because the bottom line is we don't stand for that.
Okay.
We want accurate information. And again, being a lawyer, I know one thing. Your view of what happened, your view of what happened, I'm pointing the two of them, my view of what happened and what happened, maybe 4 different versions.
Yeah.
Well, mine's always right.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, you're the perfect eyewitness.
Joe, I am. I it's like a computer in my head. It's really impressive.
Artificial intelligence.
Boy, you got me hot this morning. I'm ready to go kick some butt right
listen,
now.
do you know what this has done to Joe's handicap on the golf course?
That's right.
I would not want to be the person sitting in that witness
No.
chair.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Today's going to be a bad day for somebody.
Oh, boy. Joe, thank you.
Watch out.
For
You're
the
welcome.
time. Got a break, WIBX.
We all like convenience, right? ATMs, takeout food, drive-through pharmacies. Now, Bremer's is making it just as convenient to enjoy your favorite wines and spirits with Bremer's to go. It's simple. Place your order at bremerswineandliquor.com or save $5 on your first order with our mobile app. Order during store hours for pickup within an hour. Hey, you can even call us when you get to the store and we'll bring your order right out and load it in the car for you. Now that's convenience. Maybe you're planning a party. Maybe you want to stock up on your favorite wines, or you just want to save time when you're out and about. Whatever the reason, at Bremer's, we're all about incredible customer service. So when you're on the go, we are too. Order at bremerswineandliquor.com or save $5 with our mobile app. Order during store hours for pickup within an hour. It's Bremer's to go, available 7 days a week from Bremer's Wine and Liquor on Commercial Drive in New Hartford.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Give the most unique gift only you can give. Get those old films, tapes, and slides transferred to digital locally. Call Walt at 315-768-0277. Media Partners Group in New York Mills.
I'm Jim Bono, your guide to all things happening in Herkimer County. Did you know that there's a website that gives you access to all the events happening in Herkimer County? Whether you're hosting a garage sale, festival, charity event, or anything in between, go online to herkimercountyny.gov. Click on the event calendar in the upper right, and then click on Submit an Event to add your occasion. You can also use the site to see what's happening around town. Herkimer County, where history, commerce, and beauty collide. It's all happening in Herkimer County.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-630-9723 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. Call 800-564-9170 now. 800-564-9170. That's 800-564-9170. What do you have to lose? Call 800-564-9170. Again, 800-564-9170.
Everybody knows it's a musical second act that has the biggest showstoppers. And the second act of the 2024-25 Broadway Utica season is no exception. Subscribe now and save on tickets to Dirty Dancing in Concert, The Addams Family, and Dear Evan Hansen. So join Broadway Utica now for the second act at BroadwayUtica.org. Become a subscriber and save money. That's BroadwayUtica.org.
Hi, it's James.
And Megan from Destination Kia of Utica. Every day, people ask us if we see a super deal to let them know.
Well, everybody, now it's the time.
Want a new SUV? Want low APR? Want bonus cash? We say yes, yes, yes. Get low 1.9% APR for 60 months on 2025 Kia Sportages and Sorrentos. And on ones with a Super Saver sticker, get an additional $1,000 in bonus cash. It's only during Kia's Season of New Traditions sales event.
And it's first come, first serve.
So zip down and get yours today.
Now that's kooky.
So go kooky for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
1.9% APR with well-qualified credit through KMF. $17.48 per month for $1,000 financed. 720 plus FICO score. In lieu of rebates. Excludes Sportage HEV and PHEV models. Example of $1,000 retail bonus. 2025 Kia Sportage GX. SDK number 25T0127. MSRP $34,290. VIN-specific incentive. Kia January through December 2023 sales report. Offer expires 1/2/25.
It's time to stop letting road conditions dictate your journey. Nokian Tires all-weather tires are versatile enough for summer heat, spring rain, and winter snow, allowing you to forget the forecast so you can focus on the road ahead, not the road below. Forget the forecast with a year-round tire approved for winter use. Find Nokian Tires all-weather tires at Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair with locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer. Learn more at tallmanstire.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED in my 12 years of practice. But now you can get world-class care for ED 100% online by going to hims.com. So what are you waiting for?
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Maka is the thing to say if you want to start a fight on Christmas Day. 'Cause Trump just made Merry Christmas legal again after Biden and Kamala took Merry Christmas away. The Christmas police just caught me saying Happy Holidays. You must say Merry Christmas or you're speaking the communist way. Mele Kalikimaka will confuse your Christian friends, 'cause there's no Christ in Mele Kalikimaka. Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say if you wanna have some fun with friends today. That's the Hawaiian greeting for the holidays. And let's be honest, everybody, it's what George Washington wanted us to say, really. Mele Kalikimaka, what the hell did you just say? Why don't you go back to the country you came from? 'Cause I'm not letting liberals take my baby Jesus away. Remember we elected Donald Trump. Here we get mad if you say Happy Holidays. You must say Merry Christmas, 'cause Christ is in the name. Mele Kalikimaka will confuse your friends, 'cause Mele Kalikimaka's not the reason for the season. Come on, everybody, say it with me. Merry Christmas.
Okay. Okay, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I think the Habaika thing was very
informative
today.
Yep.
I'm glad we did that. And Megan, I think you are the reason it happened because you're here today. This is not an anti-Davey thing at all. I'm going to bring Davey on in a second. But had you not done, see, this is how this went down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Megan said $300. That angered Joe so much. He was just really good on the radio.
But then I winked at him and he cooled down.
You did, yeah. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
We have a lot to get to with Davey, including this lunch proposition. We need Larry's picks. Did Larry call in his picks?
Yes, he did.
Oh, good.
All right.
Okay. All
Good morning, Davey. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's your mojo there, Davey?
Good morning.
Oh.
That's low.
It's hard to have mojo.
You're on vacation. You should be up.
I've been up, so I'm okay.
Davey, if you're looking for lunch, are you looking for a place to go to lunch? You are.
It's a Utica thing, Bill.
It's a Utica thing.
Yep.
Restaurant and bar, kitchen and bar. The Big Lots Plaza, Leland Avenue in North Utica. I know you've been there, Davey, and it's great. And it's also great for lunch. You could be in and out and on your way. You could have an extended lunch if you'd like, however you'd like to do it. Salads and soups and homemade pastas, amazing sandwiches, calzones, and more. They will be catering, Davey, our Christmas Eve show next Tuesday.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. They have gift cards right now. Buy 20, get $5 free. Eat in, take out. And you can ask about your party being catered. They will cater your party for you. It's a Utica thing, kitchen and bar. And, of course, it is located in the Leland Plaza. And check it out. A great spot for lunch. It really, really is. Okay, Davey, I know that... oh, wow. We are already at 8:50.
Yeah, so you're going to have to do this with Davey, get Larry's picks, then we got a break, and then you'll have to the top with John.
Davey, you got to do your picks, okay? Your NFL picks, all right? And I'm going to put you on hold and let Megan do them with you, all right? Because I don't have time for it. Quick break. How long is this break going to be?
This is going to be a little bit of a lengthy one.
I'd like to take John now. Can't I just take John now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're making him wait. We do not make John Decker wait.
Well, you better be off when you're supposed to be. That's all I'm
you
going to
give
say.
me the time. John Decker is the chief White House correspondent at Great TV.
Nothing against you, John, but the Bill's got to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Around here, we don't put John in the corner. We don't do it. Good morning, John Decker. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Bill. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great holiday season so far, and thanks for having me on today.
So, of course, next week and the week after, we'll be talking to you next in 2025. But
exactly.
It's going to be a busy 2025, and I just want your take on the latest. Mike Johnson thought he had a deal put together to keep the government open, but as early as this weekend, we could be in the midst of a shutdown. What do you think?
I think we're heading that direction. And the reason I say that is because it takes a lot just to get, the leadership to agree on a deal. And that's what ultimately happened. House Speaker Mike Johnson agreeing with the people like Chuck Schumer to sketch out what this agreement would look like. But then Elon Musk weighed in, and then that led Donald Trump to weigh in. And Donald Trump said to his fellow Republicans, if you support this deal, you risk being primaried. And I think that put the fear of God in those individuals. And as a result, the deal blew up. And there's just a few hours left to strike a new deal. They have until midnight tomorrow night, or there will be a partial government shutdown.
I almost feel like this is a precursor to what to expect in the Trump administration. He is going to carry a lot of weight, I would assume, and he's showing it right here.
Well, that's right, and I think that every Republican is on notice. This is how Donald Trump will potentially govern in just a few weeks' time when he's sworn in. And think about any piece of legislation, any vote that comes up before the U.S. Senate. In fact, Donald Trump was asked about this at that press conference that he had earlier this week. Would you primary a senator who votes against one of your nominees? And essentially what he said was, it depends. It depends upon whether they have a valid reason for opposing my nominees. If Donald Trump doesn't view their opposition as valid, then that individual who opposes a Pete Hegseth or a Tulsi Gabbard or an RFK Jr., they risk being primaried and losing their seat in the U.S. Senate.
Wow. Mitch McConnell already drawing his own line in the sand when it comes to the polio vaccine. Trump saying he doesn't expect anything drastic to come from RFK Jr. All of this is going to be coming in 2025. Buckle up, I would say.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it mentally and physically. I'm ready for Donald Trump coming back in on January the 20th. I covered him for 4 years. I've known him first time I interviewed him way back in 1999. And, to me, it's going to be obviously a different environment than what has existed the past 4 years with Joe Biden, very predictable days for me, very predictable weeks. With Donald Trump, every day is unpredictable. I think that even he would agree with that.
And John was one of the few people Biden called on, but you'll probably get a lot more questions even still with President Trump, John.
Oh, that's right. Joe Biden, you may have played the clip just the other day. The first time Joe Biden weighed in on those drones, and his take on the drones, that first time was based upon a question I asked him when he was departing the White House to get on Marine One. So, yeah, I've had a good relationship with Biden. I had a great relationship with Trump, and I expect that will continue once he comes to the White House on January the 20th.
John, have a great holiday. We'll talk to you in 2025.
I look forward to it. Have a great holiday. Talk to you then. Be well, be safe, be healthy, and we'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Got to go. We're back tomorrow. Enjoy your day.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Should GLP-1 weight loss medication like Wegovy and Zepbound cost hundreds of dollars? We don't think so. TryLifeMD.com helps provide insurance access to the leading GLP-1 medications. Visit TryLifeMD.com and check your eligibility for GLP-1 medication with copays as low as $0. Listen to Tara's story after losing 42 pounds.
You just take your shot. It doesn't feel like you're on a diet. What I wasn't expecting it to do was to shut off the food noise. I'd gone from 237 to 195. This was life-altering, and if I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it.
Get started right now and check your eligibility for GLP-1 medication with copays as low as $0 at TryLifeMD.com. That's TryLifeMD.com.
Great holiday entertainment this week at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tonight at 7, The Wizards of Winter, a holiday rock event for the whole family. Tomorrow at 7, the annual 35mm film presentation of It's a Wonderful Life. Also, on Saturday at a 2:30 matinee and an evening screening at 7. Sunday at 6 and 8:30, it's the Candlelight Concerts Nutcracker String Quartet. For more information, visit RomeCapital.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED in my 12 years of practice. But now you can get world-class care for ED 100% online by going to HIMSS.com. So what are you waiting for?
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
Hey, it is happening in Herkimer County. You can explore Herkimer County this holiday season with so many things going on, from the Holiday Arts Show at the Mohawk Valley Arts Center to the Festival of Lights at the Herkimer Community Garden. The list goes on, and you can just go to their website. It's herkimercountyny.gov/events. And if you have an event coming up, they will publicize it for you. Again, herkimercountyny.gov/events. And portions of the program today brought to you by New York Sash. It's their biggest sale of the year. Buy 2 New York Sash windows, get 1 free. The sale is going on right now. It is your biggest savings of the year. Best time to take advantage of their amazing windows that will help you lower your heating bill. Call them today, 315-624-7344. Visit them online at newyorksash.com or at their showroom on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
They're working on Plan B, and they do not have much time.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
First, I would tell everybody to take their meds.
GOP Senator John Kennedy, the morning after House Republicans scrapped a bipartisan spending plan.
President Trump needs to sit down with Mike Johnson and John Thune and come up with a new skinny CR.
That continuing resolution has to be approved by tomorrow night. Fox's Peter Ducey reports.
The odds of a government shutdown are now as high as 60-40 or 70-30, according to our Capitol Hill whisperer, Chad Pergram, after the original spending bill completely fell apart. The final nail in the coffin was on Truth Social, where Donald Trump posted, "Sounds like the ridiculous and extraordinarily expensive continuing resolution, plus is dying fast."
House Democrats say if the government shuts down, it'll be Republicans' fault. Thousands of workers went on strike at 7 Amazon warehouses this morning, from California to New York.
We're out here striking for a better job. You feel me? We need better job, better pay, better benefits. We need a safer condition.
But Amazon has refused to negotiate with their Teamsters union, insisting most of those who walked out are not actually Amazon employees, but third-party delivery drivers. And Amazon says the strike will not affect operations. Luigi Mangione, the accused killer of United Healthcare's CEO, is in court right now in Pennsylvania for 2 hearings. The first on gun and other charges. Fox's Brian Yennis is there.
The second hearing is at the Blair County Courthouse here. That is going to be about his extradition, where we are told to expect him to waive that extradition, which means we expect him to immediately be moved from Altoona to Manhattan, New York.
And that's where Mangione's already been indicted for murder. After all the drone sightings in recent weeks, mostly in New Jersey, the FAA is temporarily banning flying most drones over parts of that state. The economy grew a little more than first thought in the third quarter. The GDP increase has just been revised higher, up to 3.1%. America's listening to Fox News.
Trump's victory doesn't mean our financial worries are over. Far from it. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul here. For the past few decades, I believe our nation's economic foundation has crumbled, all due to Washington's addiction to spending and currency manipulation. These problems won't vanish overnight, and that's why I've supported gold IRAs for years. These accounts let you hold tax-advantaged gold with no penalties or taxes when you transfer your IRA or 401k. Birch Gold Group is the leader in gold IRAs. They understand true wealth preservation means breaking free from the system. To learn more, get a free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. That's PROTECT to the number 989898. Secure your savings with gold today. Text PROTECT to 989898 now for your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
Steel holiday savings are here. Make room under the tree for gifts at the top of their wish list. Right now, power up the holidays with great deals on long-lasting tools. Find the perfect gift at your local Steel dealer or shop the Steel Holiday Gift Guide at steelusa.com.